Here. Literally gonna do what I don't know. So this is first happening now. Whatever's gonna happen, it's new to me. But a debt has been made and a debt hasn't been paid for somebody who is casting magic on someone to cause victory so that they can get a new opportunity. And now they're heaping hot coals upon their head. I gotta stop because whatever's coming out is happening now. I don't even know what now is, but this is now. Now I'm gonna listen to this because it's like bits and pieces, but I'm going to read something first because I need to start that way. And I'm gonna start with like this all popped in like at once. So I'm in like Matthew 27:5, right? And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hung himself. What I'm telling you right now, when I'm reading this is Matthew. They're talking about Judas gave back the money and repented. The money that was used to kill Christ. Now I'm going to tap onto it. It should go back. And here it is. I'm in Matthew 27. I'm going to start at 3, just like I said, right? And then I'm going to push this button. Then Judas, which had betrayed him who? Him, Christ. When he saw that he was condemned, he repented himself. Nobody don't talk about this part. This is what I'm talking about. And brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that. You deal with your own convictions. Like, now remember, this is the church. They all were guilty. Why? They don't want to give them the money. They decided that whatever deal they made, they don't have to face that their own delusions let them believe that there would be no consequences for it. They gave him that money. He took that money. He said, what did he say? He saw that he was condemned. By who? The ones he took the money from. And the contract when it says Satan entered him. Just hear me out. Just repented of himself. God said everything could be forgiven and repented. People don't talk about this part. He repented of himself and brought the money back. So say like there was a hitman who was supposed to get a hit on you, but they changed their mind. What happened to the house of Judas? Not only that 30 pieces of silver he left in that church or in front of wherever those priests were. That money, no matter what, was cursed money. Anything that touched it did something, but it did something else because of what it was used for. Now check this out. Now I'm going to push play.
The whole thing this was all about is getting divine at a weak vibration. They were sending masculines to give you love offers, to do this, to do that, to put you, so they could make you look crazy because they're rich, they've got loads of money. They wanted you to look, no, I don't think so. We're going to make you look crazy because we're going to expose you. We know who Divine is. Divine knows who she is. And you lot ain't got a chance. And to the thick fucks who are working with this...
Angels and devil, heaven and hell is working here.
You're all going to prison. Yeah.
What do you mean? Here, check this out.
Divine's going to get victory because, as I said, her granddad is the founder of the Freemasons. Yeah. You lot are fucked. Do you know what it is? You should have looked into this. You thought this was like healing. No, this is all darkness.
Found it.
They're making you attack the high priestess, the one who's inherent Satan. You need to, because when she takes power, she's going to bring you all down. And that's why everyone's shitting themselves, because they're exhausted. They've all been left out. They're all crying. Why? Because Divine is sweeter. And they realise all this was all to do with this person taking her inheritance. So all these people thought they were going to get all these big payouts. What, with your money, yeah? You're not going to pay them out. That's what I mean. They've been fooled. They thought these people got this money. This money don't belong to them. It belongs to you, Dubai. So these Freemasons who've been sending these people out, you're fucked up. Because this money don't belong to them. So all that money they promised you, you ain't going to get. The divine ain't definitely giving you none. Yeah. So you little Jezebels, who's all in fear now, who's been working for the Masons to be a 33, whatever, you should have found out who divine is. And you took down their platform, so be careful. Going down, it's a fake. This is...
Okay, fake this. Now look, we're still keeping in mind about the 30 pieces of silver. Somebody took that money, and that money had energy attached to it that's lasted for generations. So check this out, because the angel and the devil came out. This is what pops in, and this is in Job 2:6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. Whose life? It would have to be the chosen one. The one that God sent to do what? To get rid of these people who were in this freaking group who decided that they were going to kill the heir for the fucking money. They attacked an earth angel who's also half, which means he has up and down. He knows where it comes from. He doesn't serve two masters. He serves the one that gives both. And the ones who attacked him, who were in this alone, because they were in this by themselves, if you was listening, they all gathered. So this would bring up this. This is why they're this way now, right? And check this out. Like, this is crazy. If you watch this whole thing through, I mean, like, this is going somewhere. I'll start in Luke 29. Like, check this out. Then he spake the people in the parable. Jesus talking to his peoples. That's it, yeah. A certain man planted a vineyard. Right? And he had people to watch over it. That's who she's talking about. Stewards. Like Lord of the Rings. That guy was a steward before Aragorn actually got the sword back put together. Yada, yada, yada. Then he had to sit on the throne because he was the rightful heir. Shit like this. And went off into a far country. Went on vacation. Because he was just planting an investment here. That investment belongs to this earth angel. Who they tried to get rid of for. This is a story in the Bible, right? So at a season when he went, they reminded him, oh, something happened. Well, this investment, the heirs were allowed because their father owned the vineyard. That means the investment that man who left the vineyard, heir, which would be his son, would have rights over this vineyard. If something happened to his father, that's how it was handed down, the wealth. It was handed to the elder son. So this vineyard, this property of this vineyard did exist, and this vineyard is representing what she's talking about. And this is why they're fighting over this money, because they tried to kill the person who it belonged to. That's like the queen trying to kill Cinderella. Look at stuff. It's the same shit, but in real life. And they used a lot of resources to cover this up here. And at the season, he sent the servants. So the heir, sent people to get something from this investment. They got rid of them. They beat them. They made fun of them. What investment? What are you talking about? We've had this for generations. We don't know what you're talking about. Why? Because they already made plans to get rid of the heir. So that means everybody who's at the vineyard did this. It's right down at verse 15. So they cast him out. Who? The heir who came to come and get the vineyard, right? Out of the vineyard and killed him. What therefore shall the Lord have done to them who was in charge of the vineyard? Why? Because this is what they did. They gathered each other and said, they reasoned amongst each other. Who them? These people who were supposed to be stewards of this money, this vineyard, this investment. However you want to look at it, this is for you because it means something. Because I can explain it in different freaking ways. They, knowing that they attacked the heir to him because they cast him out to get rid of him and lied about it. So that they can do what? Because if there's allegedly no heir, then that money that the person left for the investment would have to go down to the steward. If you put it in Lord of the Rings, if Aragorn never came back to that kingdom, that means because that dude had 4 sons. Remember that. The steward had 4 sons, and nobody was going to be like, he's not coming back. He was Strider. He lived in the woods. He hung out with Legolas. He wasn't thinking about nothing until shit started popping off. What happened? The goddamn war. The war for what? The vineyard. Put it in the Lord of the Rings term. If you put it like that way, and by the end of it, he went and got the sword back, became the freaking king, became the freaking heir, and now he was what? In charge of the same damn steward, the investment, the inheritance, the investment in that area as he was supposed to be in the fucking first place. But he went out on a journey, put it this way, to what? Find himself. If Aragorn stayed in that castle and been the king, would he have been Strider? No, his life experience of becoming Strider made him in way more preparations to do what? Be a king. Why? Because you're in the land of freaking humans, dwarves, and all that. You would want to make friends with everybody on the same planet. That's what you would want to. That's what a good king does. He was going did, and what he do when he sat there? His investment, it grew. Why? Because he knew the dwarves, he knew the odds, they knew the ants. Shit, if there was orcs who turned from their ways and didn't fuck with people no more, they would have fucking went good. They would have went good. Why? Because the person who's sitting on the throne is the person sitting on the throne that they have mercy in them. They're not cold. But anybody who messes with the flock of that person, it's over. This is what type of energies is, and they did it for the money. That's why they cast them out and said, oh, there's the heir. If we get rid of the heir, all of us, we're the stewards, we ain't got to worry about it. Eventually, the dude's going to die, and we're going to get this shit no matter what. Then all of this is going to be ours. That's why they tried to plan to get rid of the fucking heir. But when they got rid of the freaking heirs, guess what? The father heard. Who's the father? God. What did you do? What should I do to you after you did all of this to get this? This is like Cain and Abel shit. You killed your own blood for money. It's like whatever that blood is or something that did that for that is repeating itself in real time right now, because whatever that 30 pieces of silver that Judas dropped all the way up into whatever this vineyard was planted, whatever to what this investment is, it's that same energy from that 30 pieces of silver as energy-wise, because energy doesn't disappear. It is coming down and it's hitting whoever is allowing it to invest it. So it has to be with somebody in this type of situation. They try to get rid of the heir by any means necessary. Take the ID, loot the ID, identify. It doesn't matter. Nobody knows this person is alive, but the person is alive. Eventually, everybody's going to see why, because it's the rightful heir. It's some Lion King shit. Like, well, we got to acknowledge this because all of this was happening and all of this is doing this, and everybody that's involved who's what? In devil energy is all a part of it. So by the end of it, it's going to be like one of the craziest cases everybody's ever seen. Bigger than OJ, big as that motherfucker. People are going to write books about this shit. Whatever this is, hello? They already wrote a book about it. I'm telling you, it's that same energy. And how old are these scriptures? 2,000, 3,000? This is happening now. Somebody decided to get rid of somebody to keep the fucking vineyard for themselves. Them and their family. Them and their stewards. Them and their sons. They were planning a heist. And now they're going to have to reap what they sow. Why? Because the right people see the heir. This is like the movie The Man in the Iron Mask. Remember the rightful heir was down in the fucking basement locked with a mask, but by the end they switched them back around and the rightful person said it's some shit like that. And it's all done for the money. See? Competition games. So again, back here in Luke 20, they decided to destroy him. For what? The fucking... I'm telling you what. The money. That energy did not disappear from the same who picked up the 30 pieces of silver, because Judas gave it back and left it there. It says that. Somebody else took that money, but that money was cursed and blessed, because whatever it was a steward of some form of something that created this vineyard that got this. All of a sudden, he was allowed to plant a vineyard. Well, where did he get the money from? It was enough money for a motherfucker to plant some shit, make an investment, and come back and it'll grow. Why? Because whatever happened, it must have enlarged by 20 to 60 to 40%, that it came down from generation to generation to generation to generation, energetically wise. And somebody's trying to piggyback on it. But they're not the rightful heirs. So it's like the man in the Iron Mask, any Rapunzel story. Fuck, I don't give a shit, Sleeping Beauty. Anything that had to do with somebody trying to get rid of somebody for a certain position so that they could have something that they did not earn. So most stories and anything, it would be an inheritance. You want to see a freaking good movie? Knives Out. This is some Knives Out shit, because everybody knows how disgusting they are in this family. But the family is now talking about who or what happened when the person heir was died. Remember, I'm not showing it in case you never seen it. But by the end, the whole family did something to try to stop one person from getting what was theirs in the first place. The whole family. I'm not going to spoil the movie because it was pretty cool and it's recent. But if you, that's this. Like, I can explain it in different freaking ways. I can even freaking see it in sports, or this is like this. Look. See, this is, I don't know. This is like who did the Trojan horse? Troy, Achilles. This is like the Trojan horse type shit. If you can see it that way, whatever they did, they tried to piggyback to get something that wasn't theirs in the first place. And they were willing to use any means necessary. Because whatever this is, it's a war for this freaking vineyard. Because they're trying to say it's theirs and it's not theirs. Because the other person left it there as an investment to call back for it, and they killed everybody who came for it. Unalived them. I don't give a shit how anybody who was going to be the heir of it, they didn't just die. They got rid of them, this whole family. They're possessed by something. Maybe the same thing that got Judas. Because it even says in your scriptures, Satan entered into Judas. That's when he went to go see the people. That's when he got the 30 pieces of silver. That's when this happened. That it said he repented. He brought the fucking money back. Where did that money go? Somebody picked up that money. That money is whatever could have been to use to buy this investment that was there, that a person could use 30 pieces of silver, go on vacation, and be gone for a long fucking amount of time while a whole vineyard, an investment grows. So from generation to generation to generation to generation, energetically, that energy is going down, but it's only going to be unlocked for the rightful person. It's like a legendary treasure chest in a freaking dungeon in D&D. Only the freaking person who the chest belongs to could open it. But there's ways that these people are trying to piggyback, calling themselves stewards of it. So it's a copycat, a doppelganger, a false preacher, a false whatever who knows about energy. They're trying to piggyback on somebody, that energy. Whatever happened with that, it did something, that energy. Because when he repented, nobody talks about that. Well, that repentance caused the freaking positive energy. Why? Because somebody needs to know that even Judas said repented. Nobody talks about that. It's right there. Nobody talks about that. It's an important thing to see. There's only 5 scriptures that go to it, and the one I'm looking for is that as he's the last one, Matthew 27:5. He casted down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself. That money was there. That money was used to do whatever this was. So it wouldn't even matter if, like, say if it's like let's just throw this out. Kill Bill. When Orichi Ren was up there and the dude was like blah 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 blah, some blah 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 blah, and she cut his fucking head off, and she was what? It's like that. That whoever this is, they're that. Like the rightful heir literally has a physical army, but the army's not going to move except for like they have to know that they're the rightful heir. And when the moment that people were lying that was the